We want to welcome you to the next cohort's graduation ceremony, a commencement and an induction. I'm Lisa Hoffman, professor in the School of Urban Studies and your MC for the evening. I've had the great joy of learning alongside these three amazing women, and we are honored to be with all of you this evening. To bring us into this Zoom space together, we will start with our school's land acknowledgement. Every community owes its existence and vitality to generations from around the world who contributed to making the history that led to this moment. We recognize that all of us at UW Tacoma learn, live, and work on or near the unceded territory of the Coast Salish people. In particular, our campus is situated on the traditional lands of the Puyallup tribe. As we gather virtually, we also want to acknowledge the lands of the Muckleshoot, Nisqually, Suquamish, Snohomish, Sammamish, Duwamish, and all traditional lands on which we live and work. We want to acknowledge the histories of dispossession and forced removal and reflect on this history in ways that honor the memory of those dispossessed and keep us committed to the cause of social justice for Indigenous populations. Personally, based on where I am in Tacoma, I'm on Coast Salish and Puyallup lands. So we are thrilled to be here celebrating you and you three and your accomplishments. Completing your master's degree and within the reckoning of multiple pandemics is noteworthy and significant. You all should be incredibly proud of yourselves. We applaud you and are so proud of all you have done. We also want to take a moment to recognize all those who have supported you through this process. Your family and friends, thank you for helping them reach their goals. And now I'd like to pass it to Dr. Ann Toffin, the chair of the MA Program Committee.
Thank you so much, Dr. Hoffman, and to graduates, welcome and congratulations, and to my faculty colleagues and to all the friends and family members, alumni, supporters who are watching this evening. We are very much missing being with our graduates together, but we are all together in spirit and really delighted for their accomplishment. This has been a really tough year, to say the least, and for most people everywhere, and for universities and graduate programs. And I want to take a minute and recognize the accomplishment that these women have completed. Graduate school is always a leap. It's a big commitment. And my colleagues probably remember when and how they decided to get a master's degree. Some of you watching probably also remember putting yourselves on that path. And I can say that for me, it felt very stressful and very risky. And if you imagine those feelings of uncertainty and add the things that these three have experienced, arriving and being part of a really small cohort, and definitely one of the strongest in terms of capacity and experience and potential. And we made some adjustments to the curriculum with your help. It was a crash course in community planning. And then there were three of you. And thankfully, the three of you are really fantastic, because then there was coronavirus. In addition to work, and for two of you children, and for two of you uncertainty with your jobs, and for all of you stress and physical distance and long night classes. But now they're all online, and another set of new classmates to meet this last fall, and dear God, another course with Dr. Toffin. Then finally, but also now, the willingness to wake up to a conversation and a rage and a drive for justice over racial discrimination. That's central to community planning and part of the fabric of the country, and also something that academic programs are good at talking about, but less good at knowing or teaching how to change, how to respond to actual conditions around us with something approximating honesty and self-awareness and caring and humility and the capacity to act. And so graduate school and adapting to mid-course corrections, and also pandemic and the visible, visceral movement of Black Lives Matter. For some of us, these things have touched our lives directly, and it's been a lot. And here's the thing, you did it. You are today, and as you move into the next phase of your lives and careers, you are masters of the art of community planning. That is an ongoing field of learning, as we are all aware, and you came in with some pretty good aptitude and experience. So we are lucky and have learned from you and been fortunate to have you here with us. I wish that this had been a more comfortable and enjoyable experience for all of us, and especially for the three of you. But here is what I know you will always have with you as the experience of your time in graduate school. You became community planners right out of the gate when you advocated for yourselves and helped shape the trajectory of how this curriculum would adjust and respond to your needs in your cohort. You learned through crisis conditions that many people say are not unlike what climate change is bringing our way, and how we will need to learn to live and to be for whatever the next physical challenge is in terms of public health and the environment. So you got a crash course in disaster response alongside your MACP. And maybe most important and most overdue, you were reading and writing and talking about the reality of systemic racism, the ongoing effects of racial disparities and white supremacy in white institutions, at the very time that the wider society is surfacing and reacting to the same issues. And honestly, seeing and feeling in your online classroom spaces, in your interactions with other classmates, just how far we have to go on behalf of all of us and the work that lies ahead, not just as community planners, but as human beings. This is exhausting. And if you are exhausted right now, you have every right to be. Sometimes we think, yeah, I don't know if I needed to know. I don't know if I needed to know that it is every bit as bad as I thought it was, and maybe even a little worse. That the racism and the climate denial and public health laziness and the selfishness and fearfulness of people in community planning is not out there, but in here, and it's up close and it's all around us. That can be and feel devastating. I wouldn't wish the low points of the last year on anyone. But having experienced them and weathered them, we get to use them and learn from them. Where did you see and notice surprising acts of justice and healing and compassion? Where do you see new potential for understanding and for equity? How do we remain in and transform relationships marked by harm, by fear, by loss? I'm not sure what the answers to these questions are. I think they are the fundamental questions worth asking in this field. And speaking of fields, I want to close by pointing out the scarves that you all received, that I am waiting for mine so that I can have a scarf that is not marked with 1 year, but with multiple years of all the students who will receive these scarves year after year going forward. That these were inspired last year by our need to do our first virtual graduation and the appreciation that some of us had for the growing popularity of soccer in our region. So the scarves up tradition of the Sounders, if you've ever been to a Sounders game, and the fact that we are part of a region and not individual cities, the arrival of the rain here in Tacoma, and the significance of soccer as a truly global and multicultural sport. So we will ask you to use these scarves in place of the hoods that faculty mentors usually place over their students' heads. And I also want to acknowledge the honesty and the care with which this cohort raised the connotations around that term and encouraged us in our program to change the name of this ceremony to an induction and a celebration, to mark the transition point of completing graduate school, and in an act of hopefulness and of celebration and of acknowledgement of each of you and your connection to a growing network of alums and others working in this region that you have helped to shape and you will continue to help to shape. So congratulations. And with that, I will turn it over to Dr. Ali Modaris, Dean of the School of Urban Studies, who will offer his remarks. Ali.
Thank you, Dr. Toffin. Good evening, class of 2021. Congratulations. You will be remembered. You are a cohort to remember, actually. You're resilient. You worked through multiple pandemics. You adapted to the conditions, and you taught us how to work under these conditions. I really appreciate what you brought to the table. It was a co-learning process. You did all of this, and you had families to take care of. I feel like I should give honorary degrees also to your children who have been a part of this, and your partners who have been a part of this, and your family. Kyla, I can see the child. Congratulate to the child as well. Congratulations. And we have seen your child grow, and I think we need another degree there as well. Well, congratulations. You have done the impossible. Almost a year and a half of this throughout your education. MA typically is difficult, but doing it under these conditions with multiple pandemics was not an easy thing to do. And you handled this with grace, with resilience, with innovativeness, and you actually are leaving something behind for us. And that is, we learned from you how this work needs to get done. So we appreciate that. I congratulate you again. I congratulate your family and your loved ones and your partners and your friends and the network that supported you to do this. I also want to thank the faculty of MA program. They have been amazingly adaptable as well. Thank you, Dr. Toffin. Thank you, Dr. Hoffman. Thank you, Dr. Pendris, Dr. Yarena, Dr. Dierwechter, and Dr. Linda Isham, who is not with us today, but also I wanted to make sure I mentioned the names of everyone, Amy Power, everybody who has been involved. Thank you all. Congratulations again. I wish you the best. And here is one request I have for you. Keep in touch. Let us know what you're doing so we can not just celebrate your accomplishment today, but we can celebrate your success as you move through life. Thank you so much. And with that, I pass the baton or the microphone to Dr. Hoffman.
Thank you very much, Dr. Toffin and Dean Madaris. Now we are thrilled to have several individuals offer you congratulations and good wishes. These are all pre-recorded, and we begin with our invited speakers, and then we hear from several MA alums, and we also have a special poem from Jeff Dade, JD, which we'll hear at the end. Enjoy.
Greetings, this is Tacoma City Council member Chris Beale. As an alumnus of Urban Studies, it is my pleasure to congratulate you on completing your degrees and arriving at this important milestone in your life. As graduates of the School of Urban Studies, you are poised to make a difference. Our cities and neighborhoods need your creative thinking, your commitment to social justice, and your enthusiasm to be agents of change. As graduates with BAs in Urban Studies and in Sustainable Urban Development, you can offer our cities fresh new ideas about how to make them more livable, equitable, and welcoming places to live, work, and play. Urban design graduates can offer much needed ideas about urban form and how to make our cities more inclusive and accessible. Our cities were built with ideas from a different era. You can play a major role in reimagining, redesigning, and planning for their future. Community planning is a very important approach to governing and improving our cities, and is a natural outgrowth of urban studies. To get resources to the people who need them, to serve all of our residents, to build trust between government and the people who elected us, these things turn out to be much more complex and challenging than we think. And we need leaders and professionals who can interpret and analyze data, build relationships, prioritize outcomes, look towards the future, and work with a range of different constituents and community groups to get things done. And you are poised to be this next generation of metropolitan leaders. To graduates of the MA and Community Planning program, congratulations on all of your accomplishments. And finally, for those who are graduating with an MS degree in geospatial technologies, you've received a cutting-edge education in an area of knowledge that our cities need more than ever. You're able to participate in the development of data-driven policies that affect lived and environmental spaces. You're also prepared to become leaders in the management and utilization of geospatial technologies in public, private, and not-for-profit sectors. Congratulations on this major achievement. So class of 2021, you've achieved all of this in the middle of a global pandemic. It is not possible to imagine what great things you'll be able to accomplish now. So stay strong and be the changes you want to see, and congratulations.
Congratulations, graduates. My name is Lauren Flemister, and I am a member of the School of Urban Studies Advisory Board, and I am currently serving as the Interim Deputy Director of the Office of Planning and Community Development for the City of Seattle. Masters of Community Planning, I am so pleased to embrace you as a colleague. I trust you have put a tremendous amount of energy into studying how systems and development evolve towns and cities because of the deep impact it has on the lives of people. Change may not happen quickly, and making policy may not be as urgent and immediate as the work of some other professions. But what we do to shape and develop community is meaningful. Whether you work in the government, nonprofit, or private sectors, what you do is going to matter. I encourage you to approach your career with some of the hope you feel today, and with an ability to be open to different perspectives and worldviews. Being able to dig into this work requires setting aside ego and being willing to let community take the lead. As much as we may help shape communities, my hope is that this work transforms you into someone whose primary purpose is to be of service. I wish you endless optimism and patience balanced by practicality and a strong backbone, a hardworking spirit tempered with work-life balance. Welcome to the ranks.
Hi, I'm Kyla and Ashley. I just wanted to say congratulations. I wish we could all celebrate together, but I'm so excited for you all and so proud of what you've done in your cohort and what you will continue to do as you graduate.
Hi ladies, this message is for Em and Ashley and Kyla graduating in the year 2021. I'm so proud of all of you and all that you have overcome and all that you have achieved as community planners, and I know that you are going to go and change the world, and I'm very happy to have you as a part of my squad.
Hi, my name is Eric Lane. I'm from the first cohort of the Masters of Community Planning, and just wanted to say congratulations to the three of you. It's quite the experience, and one with the pandemic, I can understand. And so I work up the city of Des Moines, so if there's ever any interest in any sort of communication or connection, feel free to reach out for my contact information. But first and foremost, congratulations and good luck in your future endeavors.
Dear Kyla and Ashley, congratulations on achieving this milestone in your journey through life. It's been wonderful getting to know you. I really enjoyed the times we spent together throughout the program, and I look forward to getting to collaborate with you beyond the Community Planning Master's Program. Again, a big heartfelt congratulations as graduates of 2021. Yay!
Hey, Ashley and Kyla. Congratulations on finishing the Masters in Community Planning program. Way to go. I wanted to just say a couple things to send you on your way. One, I wanted to say how refreshing it was when you all joined our cohort. I was so glad to have some new faces and that it was your faces and your new ideas and just the unique standpoints that you brought to our conversations. So thank you, and I'm so glad that we got to spend some time together. Also, I learned a lot from you, which I appreciate so much. Ashley, you had such a technical knowledge and a way of talking about things and looking at things that was just really interesting and exciting to be around. Kyla, you had a great ability to engage in conversations and critical discussions in a way that was so welcoming and easy. And then Em, I wanted to say that you had an excitement and a dedication and a commitment to growing forward that was really wonderful to be around. So I guess to wish you off on your way, I think the biggest lesson that I've learned that I would impart is that things are always changing and in motion. So find the things that are important to you, and so that you have something to center you with all the dynamics that you'll be going off into. And congratulations again.
Hi class 2021 MACP. My name is Leslie Mincharaga and I graduated in 2019. I just wanted to say congratulations, welcome to the family, and best wishes on your next adventures.
Hello to the graduating class of 2021. I'm Sarah Kessler. I am from the inaugural class of 2018, and I just wanted to say congratulations to you guys and the best of luck with whatever the world brings you next.
Hey graduates, this is Annika Olsen from the class of 2018. So glad you all made it and to have you part of the family. Congratulations.
An ode to the three. To Kyla, Ashley, and Em, this is JD, your old friend, here to wish you the best with your masters. It's finally your turn. Congrats on all you've learned. You're officially community crafters. The class of 2021 is small, but when I think on it, you're more like exclusive. You've worked so hard to juggle it all, so our land can become more inclusive. Now you're done. You finally won. Take a break, but let's review. 2 years a scholar, got them FAFSA dollars. Folks don't know what you've been through. How many abstracts did you write? You found and reviewed even more. You studied and stayed up so many nights, knowing daytime work was in store. Yet the Hoffman you braved, and the Toffin, she, they. PTSD is momentary. Dear Rector Jazz, Frugan Baron, Pendraz. I promise the nightmares won't tarry. At least you're not in a relationship. Oh, wait. Big thanks to all of the spouses. Well, you don't have kids. Can't relate, though that excused your unkempt houses. 3D analysis, library, writing, library. Meet at the Swiss, RIP. Power decentralized, climate change apprised. You still own the right to the city. Process evaluation plan, the PEP, and the GAP tool. Uranium made you break down the scene. Absolute granularity, and yes, those uncomfortable stools. But never forget cohort tahine. Reading reflections, no quiz. Always inspired by Moderes. Fear of failing that makes your heart ache. The ups and downs, the smiles and frowns. You three proved you do have what it takes. Active transportation, in design. Can the subaltern speak? Case studies, Arnstein's ladder. Evicted, made a sweep. The varieties you sought, and the critical thought, I promise they will serve you well. Logic models away, you have earned this day. Girl, you got stories to tell. This world needs your strength and your beautiful minds. May your thirst for knowledge be never sated. Remember the gift I gave you last time? Brown girls can't be faded. Wright Williams Hernandez, you did what teacher says. I hope you're glowing with pride. You ladies are the best. I pray your success. Who better than melanated girls from West Side? Cohort 4, you did this. You prevailed in the fight. Remember, we do it for them. I hope you hear my heart tonight. To my classmates, congratulations again. I'm so happy that you've earned your well-deserved accolade. Please know that you are missed, and we're so proud of you. If there's anything I can do, whether that be as a colleague and with a reference letter, or if it's as a fellow working to champion the rights and principles that we all believe in, please use me. Congratulations on your day.
Well, that was fantastic. Thanks to the invited speakers. And I have to say, you are all well loved. And what a performance by JD. That was just beautiful. And now, the moment we have all been waiting for, the conferring of the degrees and the induction ceremony. So I pass it off to our faculty to take you through this incredibly exciting process. Congratulations.
I'll get us started, and I'll share a little bit about the scarves that you have. So we've gotten these scarves as a way to celebrate your accomplishment. And I'm going to ask you to now hand your scarf to someone standing with you. If there's a family member. And if there isn't anyone with you, you can hold on to it yourself. This is one of our ways of connecting to you and one another. And we also want to acknowledge the tremendous support of your family members and friends who have helped you reach this point in your journey.
By asking them to induct you rather than one of us, we are recognizing the shared work that it has taken and inviting them into your achievement. So as you are draped with this scarf, we say to you, congratulations. You are being inducted into a growing network of MACP graduates, Masters in Community Planning graduates. You have worked hard for this moment, and you are now officially a Master's of Arts in Community Planning. So that's the process. And then I have the pleasure of being the first faculty member to do an induction for Evelyn. And as part of that, I wanted to share a little bit about a little bit of my appreciation for the entire cohort. Dear Em, Kyla, and Ashley, thank you for showing up and sharing with me and one another what has been one of the most extraordinary and painful ongoing times. Your exemplary kindness and authentic care for contributing and working in solidarity with community were an invaluable source of support, healing, love, and hope for one another and myself. These traits that you already are masters in will now continue to grow as you move into the next stage in your personal and professional careers. Now, to the one student that I am delighted to celebrate individually, to M, your dedication, intelligence, adaptability, and skills are gifts that we, as your co-learners and partners, were privileged to share in. Your commitment to community planning is evident in the ways in which I see your interest in moving forward with your career. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Now, congratulations, you've been inducted into the Masters in Community Planning, and you can now drape the scarf over you. Yay!
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Mark Pendris, and I have the pleasure to offer some words about Ashley Williams. As Professor Urena noted, it's been a pleasure to work with all of these students, but I'm going to be speaking kind of specifically about Ashley. And it seems hard to believe, but had the pleasure of working with these students in person, right, in the classroom. And it was such a treat. And I remember being struck by Ashley's quiet intensity in the classroom, right? She didn't say a lot, at least not at first, right? But she was always alert, always listening, always contributing remarks that were just precise and deliberate and really, really insightful. I really appreciated that. And I found that her writing is the same way, right? And that's what really kind of jumped out at me to me at first, was that I got to learn a lot about Ashley and from Ashley through her writing. And it was just so excellent. Again, no wasted words, a lot of really focused, concise, and super, super strong. And I liked it so much that I reached out to her and another student to work on extending some of the work that they did for the studio project last year. And Ashley has been an absolutely terrific collaborator and super fun to work with. And I've benefited a lot from that collaboration. And so, Ashley, it's been an absolute pleasure to work with you. I understand you have a fresh new job, and I know that you have a bright future ahead of you, and we wish you the best of luck with all the next steps in life. And so at this point, if we could have somebody drape the scarf around you, okay, and you are officially inducted as a Master of Arts in Community Planning. Congratulations and excellent job.
Hi, good evening, everyone, and especially to our 3 graduates and inductees. My name is Jan Derwichter, and like my colleagues, I was also privileged to be able to actually work with these three students in the classroom before everything hit us, and got to know them a little in person. And it is so difficult to for a professor to be short-winded. There's so much to say about these three new professionals to our field. And it's my great honor to say just a couple of words about Kyla Wright. I want to say one thing in particular that I think my colleagues would agree with. Kyla is an absolutely excellent listener. You might think, well, listening is more than not talking. Listening is more than just thinking about what you're going to say while somebody else is talking. Listening is a skill, and it's particularly important in our field to listen closely. And I was always struck by the care and the way that Kyla absorbed new information, and you could see it being related to things she already knew, and then she would think through it and come back with this beautiful synthesis of new knowledge with things she already knew. And it was a great asset in the classroom for all of us. And I know I speak for my colleagues to work with Kyla. There's so many other things that we learned from these three students and from you, Kyla. But I think as we go forward and watch you impact this field, all three of you, I know, having watched Kyla, that your particular skill in listening closely to new information and relating to your experiences and taking it to new places is going to serve you and your community exceptionally well and make us all even more proud than we are today. So with that, Kyla, thank you so very much for your forbearance with all of us and for me and for our program during these difficult times. It's been an inspiration to work with you. And with that, if there is someone there, and indeed there is, to drape you with this beautiful scarf, you are officially inducted and you join our wonderful community. Congratulations.
Well, congratulations, Ashley, and Kyla. You are three amazing people. You have achieved your master's degrees and the Masters of Arts in Community Planning, and we welcome you as colleagues. So thank you, everyone, for joining us this evening. And we hope that you're able to have some celebrations in Zoom rooms and in person for these three amazing graduates. Congratulations, everyone.